January 20th, 2023. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. And what are we going to talk about is nudism today, just a little bit. And dating, too. And witchcraft. Because some of this stuff all kind of, sometimes it ties together just a little bit. So, where do I begin? Let's talk about a YouTube channel. Sometimes I watch. It's a pretty good channel. I'm not affiliated with any other YouTube channels, guys. But I sometimes watch Wonder Hussy. Now, she's out west. I think she's in Death Valley now. She had been like some kind of model in Las Vegas. But she goes around to those hot springs where basically a lot of them basically are kind of like, nudist, kind of some of the ones where you can get in there, get nude and stuff. And what we're going to do, I'm going to talk about this for a few minutes because to me, if a person's body is in fairly good shape, no more than maybe 15 pounds overweight, they're not, it's not that bad if you see somebody else. And it's not, people make things nasty out of things. Over in Europe, for many, many years, they've had like nudist beaches, topless beaches. They think of it differently. It's not the same thing. And it's been that way for a long time. Now, the U.S., a little bit different. We do, I think, have a few of them out there in California, out there, beaches and stuff. But it's pretty close down there, I think, by Mexico. I've never been to one. But why I bring this up? Remember I told you guys, I did tarot card, like, meetup group where I went and stuff. And there's a place called Camp Gaia over on the Kansas side. And there's all different kinds of groups that kind of, I guess, go rent this place out. And a lot of it's witchcraft, a lot of it other different things and stuff. But I found something really interesting. Now, I'm going to go back to when I was 18 years old. When I got out of high school, I'd saved a lot of money because at one time, me and my father used to go to swap and shop, used to work on dirt bikes, mini bikes, lawnmowers, stuff like that. So I thought when I graduated, I could maybe get one or two guy friends. Maybe we could go down to the, say, Bahamas or something like that. Check out the gals, do different things like that. Well, after I graduated, to the guys, one of the guys basically, you went into the service. Another guy, he couldn't go do it. So I had all this money and everything's set up down there for where you need at least a couple people. Like even if you're renting a room, whether it's Virgin Islands or the Bahamas or whatever else. So I had another idea. Now I'm sure you guys have, well, probably a lot of you haven't, but some people know about World War II history and have read the Diary of Anne Frank. So I thought that would be a cool place to go see. And that's where I went. I went to Amsterdam back in 1985. Now, they're going into over there was going into a completely different area. Those people are different. And we'll talk about two things about over there. We're going to talk about nudism, we're going to talk about prostitution, and we're going to talk about marijuana. So I go over there. And like I say, you guys know, like I say, I'm allergic to any kind of grass or anything like that. So I've never tried it. I was told by a doctor when I did one of those scratch tests, they tested me, one of those 50 scratch tests, maxed it out, he said it could stop me from breathing. So it's, like I say, never done it, never plan on doing it. But over there, since 1976, it's been legal. Okay. And if I'm out around somebody, if it's just out open and it's outside, it's not too bad. My eyes might kind of water, my nose might run, but you can't get real close to it. And that's why I can smell stuff really and this stuff here, this other stuff that they have today is really nasty smelling. I mean, it doesn't it doesn't smell like sage like or whatever. It's different. But getting on with that, we'll talk about that for a second. The Netherlands, Amsterdam over there, basically, they know more about this than anything else. Because a while back, they were even thinking about banning it completely. But I think it was around about 2011 or 2013, they proposed some other lockdown deals on it because they had increased basically the potency of it. And after so long, the benefits, they were trying to weigh the good and the bad in all of it. And like I say, if you really want to look at any other country, anywhere in the world that should know more about it, it's them. But what I was going to get on talking about was the people, they're educated different. And what I mean by that, when I flew there, I talked to a guy that lived there, and they do things a lot differently. And people don't even, here in the United States, even the people today would not know some of the stuff that they do. But like this guy, he had brought his own food. Now this is back in '85, okay, with him to the U.S. because he didn't, really like eating a lot of food here. That was back in 1985. And he had like these homemade bread, like loaves and subs and stuff and everything. But it amazed me. I mean, you could always learn a lot of different things from people. And if you guys listen. And this guy, everybody over there can speak 3 different languages. Okay, guys? 3 different languages. Now, when you talk about the weed and stuff here, I think about how many of these people are uneducated anyway and how dangerous this is. And I do feel it's dangerous because, there's so many people that will abuse this and go way over the line on all this stuff. But getting on with that. So this, basically, he spoke his native language. He also spoke English. And I forget what other, I don't know if he spoke German or whatever. But do you guys realize what it would take? We have people here like that, but they went to high class colleges and stuff. We're, big money. And then some of the ones that even have the big money aren't smart enough to do that. But these people are. Now, that's the difference. Different area, the way they were raised, the environment and stuff. So, getting on with it here, just wanted to, I sometimes think about this, and I just think that this, is a deal for disaster. But if you guys get a chance, look up about Amsterdam, look up about the marijuana, see what it says about all of it. Because they were worried that also it could cause, Oh, one other thing, I'll back up real quick too. You got to realize over there, they have cars, but not a lot of people have cars. And that was another thing he explained to me in '85 when I was, like I said, when I flew over there. They actually tax people by the weight of their vehicle. Because, they rent a lot of bicycles. They have their commuter, like trams and stuff over there. A lot different. Very clean city too. Very clean. Excellent place to go vacation and check out. But like I said, I went over there because I wanted to see, like I said, I read the Diary of Anne Frank. I wanted to see where this took place at. You guys get a chance? Never read the book? Read the book. Check it out. But they also have a red light district too. And they'll stand in the windows and stuff. And it was very interesting to see because the thing of it is here, I mean, everything's so taboo the way everything's been brought to probably the people here in the United States itself compared to other places. You know, I think like Croatia, Germany, I think Spain, and that's just a few of them where, I mean, you know, they have like complete nudist like beaches you can go to, no problem. People don't, it's not against the law and stuff, but people don't think of it like the way the people are over here and stuff. So, I mean, but you also have to look, a lot more of the people where they're physically fit. They don't, there's, you know, when I went there to Amsterdam, I think there was only, actually, I can only remember McDonald's because most of them had small little delis and restaurants and different things like that. I don't know what it's like today, but that's the way it was when I was there in '85. But getting on with this, I was just thinking about all this, and I was talking about Camp Gaia that I went to, and, you know, like I say, went there, checked it out. Here over on the Kansas side, there's this one gal. I know she was I think she was like a Reiki kind of like gal, kind of, and walked past me there, and she was completely nude. Didn't bother me, didn't bother her, and just went on from there. But one of the gentlemen that was running one of the meetup groups here, he had married a younger gal, okay, and she was kind of hefty, and she was over in an area. It was they had like a food area where people could go eat and stuff, kind of like a buffet with tables, kind of like outside, outdoors and stuff. And she was laying there topless, and I walked up to talk to him, and she just almost freaked out, and I thought, well, that's weird. Because see, here you go again. These women, a lot of people lie about certain things, who they are, what they're, what bothers them, what doesn't. I mean, some of them are self-conscious. Now I get to think about the way Wonder Hussy, like when she has her YouTube channel and she just talks out openly, and so do I. I just lay it on the line on all that stuff. But I was just thinking about that. I was thinking, whoa, you know. And when it was just another thing where I thought, you know, here's just another deal, you know, where somebody's lying, you know, and that gets on to one other point about, I was going to say one thing about dating. I was watching a deal a couple days back, and I was watching a deal where one thing that people should always do, if you're going to date and you think you are going to marry this person, at least give it at least 2 years. They said 18 months, but 2 years. Now, do you think if a guy is going to lie to a gal in 2 years, if a guy's going to lie, I don't believe a guy's going to be able to make it more than 2 months. But I was listening to psychiatrists, psychologists, whatever, and usually women cannot make it more than 6 months before they show their true colors. I think it's a good idea, guys, because I mean, then you really know. But I still say a lot of this is based on they had no likes. You know, I mean, when women are just wanting, a lot of them wanting just money, you know. And then there's the other ones that's all they've got is money. But, you know, it's like they're so, I'll just put hard butt. I had another word there, but I'll just say hard butt about other things. Like I say, that doesn't really interest me. If I did come along with somebody that had money, that would be fine. I have nothing against it. But that is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that's loyal. I'm looking for somebody, you know, that you respect and trust. There is none of that. You have nothing. You know, you're basing everything on just, you know, money, you know, material things. That just doesn't get it, guys. I mean, people don't last. I mean, they just don't last. So that was something else I was thinking, but I often think about that because I was thinking, because see, I was shocked because when I went to Camp Gaia there, I thought, well, what am I going to see here? What am I going, And the thing of it was like, it freaked me out because it's like, that was more, scary looking than it is scary looking. What I mean is like, here's this, there's supposed to be, you got people walking around you and everything. And this other one freaks out like, whoa, that's weird. That, to me, that was weird. Because if you're in that kind of environment, it'd be like if you were walking down on a nudist beach and somebody, that's weird. That is strange, very strange. But I don't know. But I was just thinking, I mean, because, it reminds me of, like I said, that one lady, a friend of mine that I went to school with, talked me into going up there and helping her move all her stuff back when she's going through a divorce up there in Indiana. And saying that she could never, she with the guys that she went to bed with, she always had to be underneath the covers. They could never, and the lights had to be turned down or off. It is like, okay, I don't know. To me, I like the gals that, shoot the straight stuff. It amazes me, some of the stuff. But that's just crazy. But I wanted to talk about that. I thought that'd be a little interesting. So many people are phony. So, and to me, that's what I don't like. I mean, there's things that, if you have somebody that's honest, but you can always tell if somebody, like I say, is not what they really are. I mean, just how they act, or after you talk to them a bit, you pretty much can tell, And then there's people that don't want, just like me, when I talk about everything and about the truth and everything else, they don't like that, That's another thing, People don't want to hear the truth about stuff. And that bugs them. Why? I mean, that doesn't make sense, guys. But I don't know. I think about that. That's just crazy. I mean, I've seen so much stuff. It's just unbelievable. But no, I mean, I just it brings up a thing that happened at Doc Holidays. I have to go into this one deal, and like I said, I went to Doc Holidays for about a year when I went through my divorce. And this one, I used to talk to several of the ladies there at the bar. This one guy and lady was married and stuff. But anyway, they got different tattoos and stuff. Anyway, her husband had got a tattoo. And it was right down by his penis-like area and stuff. Well, anyway, it was a biker kind of like bar, kind of a mix between, like I say, they had Italians there, they had blacks, and they had Latinos. But they all were in different groups. But there was a guy by the name of Cowboy. And I know what his real name was, but we'll just call him Cowboy. He kept the peace on everything, on all of it. Pretty good guy. But anyway, what I was going to say, anyway, the head guy, he was like the one running the show over everything and stuff. He was showing his new tattoo down there and stuff. And they'd come up and said, "Oh, you're using my husband's new tattoo." I mean, but all the stuff I've seen, nothing bothers me, guys. I mean, but it's a body. It's a human body. It's just what people make of all of it, and that's. But it just kills me about how many of these women are not in tune with their bodies. And a lot of them just let their bodies go to the point of where there's nothing. It's just horrible. Like I say, I'm still looking out there. But I'm looking for somebody at least 45 or younger. Because, like I say, I'm very active and I keep moving and going. And, somebody at least within no more than 15 to 20 pounds over weight. Definitely. But... like I say, I mean, it's just like one night I'm up here. I got to talk about this real quick too. at a mirror store, and there was this one gal got up and acted like she is dancing. She couldn't dance. It was like she was trying to get, I know she was trying to get my attention, but it looked so, it was just so bad. It was just like, oh my God, you know. I mean, it's one thing, I mean, anybody can learn to dance. Anybody can learn to dance. And it's a lot of fun. But, you know, when you're, to me, if you're trying to get somebody's attention, there's other ways to do it. You know, you can just talk, speak to somebody. Like I say, you know, there ain't nothing better than a person that speaks and talks, you know. But I just, that just blows my mind. But anyway, I'm trying to think if I covered everything I was talking about, said I would talk about. Interesting. Like I say, Amsterdam, you ever get a chance, check it out, guys. That's a long flight, too. And that's a long flight over there. Great, great country to go visit, though. Definitely. But I mean, like I say, stuff don't shock me like a lot of other people. But I mean, I think you just have to look at everything. And then so many other people are set in their ways. I mean, they'll never change. And they never do change. But that's about all I can think of for right now, guys. But eyes open. And have a good weekend out there.